Good morning, and thanks for joining me for another episode of, well, Spoon Espresso's workshop, I guess. This is the star of today's video. Yesterday, it was not a star with me. I was about to throw this thing as far as I could. Let me show you why this repair was ticking me off bad. If you like what I'm doing, please jump on our website, spinexpresso.com.au, order a kilo of coffee. It will help us and we can do some more videos. Thank you. Hey, and welcome back. Today is a roasting video, and everyone's excited about roasting, yeah? Except today, we're going to find out why this little hot top, it's spitting beans out during the roasts, and this is what we use for our sample roasting. Sample roasting is what you do before you decide to put 15 kilos of coffee through the big roaster. We like to do different samples and changes on the smaller one to get an idea exactly of the flavor profile we're looking for, and what we can achieve. But today we're just going to do a repair on this one. It's dropping. There's a little door here that when the roast is finished, it ejects the beans down on a rotating plate, and for some reason I suspect it's a weak spring. It's letting beans drop way before it's supposed to. So let's take this apart and have a look. Alright, I've jumped ahead and removed 4 screws to take the back fan off. So that's where I'm at. Next, there's another 4 screws here. It's all screwed into plastic, and I'm using quite small screwdrivers, and this is what I'm going to use to tighten it back up, because you don't want to over tighten these these screws that are screwing into plastic. So let's have a look at it. Alright, it looks like there's a little solenoid valve here that opens and closes the door. But first of all, let's blow all this crap out. Seems a bit loose. Alright, in here, it's very hard to see, there's a spring, and let me have a look here. If I poke the door, that's the spring that's closing it, and that is the solenoid that opens it. So the solenoid's only in charge of opening it, and the spring there, which obviously gone weak, is the one that closes the door again, and it's just not doing it enough. So we're going to find a way to just strengthen that a bit, whether we put in an extra spring or we tweak that spring that's there. I'm going to decide right now off camera. Alright, so I'm going to try to modify this spring. So here we go. Alright, I've decided the only way to really get to this is, unfortunately, by taking this motor out so I can get to the little door, which is absolutely a pain, because I didn't really want to strip this machine this far down. So let's have a look. There's that spring I'm talking about, and here's the door. You can see it's just a bit floppy jalopy. Let's try to fix that now. Okay, so that pin that goes through there has been crimped, so that won't slide out. I tried to get that out to get to the spring from the factory. It's pretty cheap made, to be honest, but it works. I can't get to that spring, so I've now got another idea I'm going to try. I'm going to try to put a spring down here on the solenoid. Take one. I've found a spring that I've got, just happen to have. So what that will do is it'll make the solenoid not just open the door, but the solenoid will then be in charge of closing the door as well. And we're going to just leave that spring alone. So let's give that a try. We're going to put the washer. Yeah, the door's definitely more firm. Let's check. Put some power to it. We'll actually see if the spring can hold the door. Alright, so just found one little problem. As you can see, that's just sliding past, so the washer's too big. Apart from that, I think everything's working how I wanted it to work. So we just need to replace that washer with a smaller washer. It's got too much slop. Okay, let's do that. Tech number 2. Alright, so we're going to take this pin out. Take the washer out. I was just very lucky that I had this spring. It's just something that's come out of another machine. I like to keep screws and stuff. Now, got to put this back in, which is, it's a bit fiddly. Tech number 3, try another spring. Alright, I'm going to try again. I found another spring that I believe is going to do a better job. We'll see. So like I said, I'm putting this on the solenoid valve. I'm not putting a new door spring on because A, I don't have the correct door spring, and B, to take it off I have to wreck the pin that's holding the door and the door spring, and at this stage I'm not willing to do that. So let's see how I'll go here. I'll start it up and I'm going to press eject and see if the solenoid valve is strong enough to open it. It's not. Oh man. Back to the drawing board. Take number 4. We'll try again. This time I'm holding the original door spring. Alright, the question is my door spring that I've made better than the original one? I'm going to take the original one off, or I'm going to try and disconnect it in a way. For now, I might try to just disconnect it. My spring seems to be working okay. Alright, so finally, the final fix. I had this spring lying around. Please don't ask me what size spring that is. And I had to modify it slightly. I actually cut it down a little bit. But it's quite a flexible spring. And I've done away with the door. I've actually cut that door spring off. If need be, I need to get the right door spring if this setup doesn't work for me. But I think it will. My concern was to cut that, because that doesn't come off. So if I cut that, then I gotta put in another door hinge. I just wasn't prepared to do that. So now we're gonna put it all back together, motor on, cover on, and we're gonna give it a test roast. Attempt number 5. Attempt number 6 or 7, I think. Alright, so I thought I'd done everything right, but as you can see in there, that little washer is getting caught on that engine, the motor mount, just getting caught, so it can't open. So I'm gonna have to fix that now. Everything has to come apart again. Okay, so I've ended up cutting that corner off, so that washer that's sitting there on the spring won't get caught on that corner, because the corner's no longer there. So when it goes back together, there's a gap. There's a gap in there, because that's where the bearing was. Sorry. That's where the washer was getting, sorry, it's a bit hard to see. The washer was getting caught on there and wouldn't open. So let's try it again. Put it all back together again. Finally, I got it working properly again. Doing a test roast to make sure it's not dropping beans while it's roasting. And it seems like it's working perfect. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel And if you'd like to try our coffee, jump on our web page, spinexpresso.com.au. Thanks again. Have a great day.